This is Gretel, Vella.
And this is Emme Hoy.
And together we are the playwrights of
Bathory Begins.
I thought we were going to do Bathory then Begins.
I am so selfish. I'm so sorry. Bathory Begins follows a group of public school girls from Butt Road High who genuinely believe their art teacher is the reincarnation of a 16th century Hungarian Countess serial killer, Erzebet Báthory. So this morning they're going to pull their greatest prank of all and kill her for good.
Unfortunately, on this very morning, a group of private school boys from Judas Gents are coming to visit on an outreach program to sort of connect with their less advantaged peers and they witness what they think is a murder. And the rest of the play is kind of the consequences of that. Initially, we were really interested in the idea of black comedy and physical slapstick comedy for girls. And obviously we've got male characters in there too, but we thought there's something really exciting about having a bunch of sort of badly behaved, slightly rough, girls that just do what they want and being able to play with that on stage. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and I think we also wanted to subvert the kind of rough public school boy sweeping a private school girl off her feet and kind of see what happens if you flip those, and it's actually the women in the play who are protecting the men for most of it, which is awesome. Emme and I both naturally kind of write pieces that verge on the black comedic most of the time anyway, and I think it's kind of a really great way to tackle hard issues like gender and class and other things that we explore in the play.
And I just also feel like the darker you go, the lighter you can go, and the contrast is really interesting. So the blacker the comedy, the funnier the highs, which is
I think the message in a nutshell is that we all have the same dreams and we're all entitled to the same dreams, and at the end of the day, class and gender and the other things that keep us apart mean nothing when you are battling an evil priestess of the night, really.
Yeah, nailed it, that's it. Part of the darkness in Bathory Begins is that a lot of the characters do feel unequal at the beginning of the play, and there is a sort of sense of inequality between the schools and even between the way that the students treat each other. And so as they overcome that in the play, I think we're essentially saying that inequality sucks, and it sucks that it sort of occurs so early on in kids' school lives.
The great thing about young performers is that they don't really know what embarrassment is yet, or they're willing to embarrass themselves completely and just sink their teeth into anything that you give them. So I think that's been fun, not really having to hold back and write about serial killers instead. So it's amazing.
Yeah, no, I think so too. And I think it's just, we felt like we could lean into the absurdity, and we felt like we could mix genres and do whatever we wanted in this play and just sort of have fun with it, which is really great. I think Gretel and I both have done some TV writing, and that's really, I think, a very collaborative genre. And so I think going into this, we sort of, in a way, it was almost a little bit of a TV approach, I think, in that we sat down and talked through the structure. We decided on the scenes that we wanted and the shape and the characters. We spent a lot of time talking about the characters. And once we were sort of happy with the shape of the play, we divided up scenes like they were episodes, and we each wrote
a Google Doc going.
Yep.
And it's been such a wonderful kind of supportive process for the both of us. We would leave comments on the Google Doc like, that's a really funny joke.
Yep.
I don't know, it's been really great.
Yeah, it's been fun.
They're such a generous team, and to have the time and space and resources to write your own play has been absolutely amazing. And so they've kind of given us the structure to do that, but at the same time, they've given us complete freedom to go nuts and do whatever we want to do, which is very rare. So we feel comfortable pitching any kind of idea.
Yeah, no, exactly. And checking in and having this sort of dramaturgy meetings has been fantastic and keeping us on track and helping the play develop. But also it's been really great working with kids. We've had reading, that's been fantastic, and even just sort of hearing that young people in the office have been reading it and liking it has been really fantastic too. So it's great.
There is kind of scarcity of that kind of content at the moment, and I think it's really important that young people see themselves reflected on stage, because it's such an important time. These kids are kind of discovering who they are, and it's kind of all the big firsts for them. Blazers, buckets, murder, comedy, hostage situation.